Hi guys, it's thefatred.com here, and I'm going to be taking you through the new signing of Kallstrom and the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace preview. That will be happening tomorrow at 4 p.m. So starting off with Kallstrom, he just joined recently from Sporting Moscow, the 31-year-old, on a loan transfer fee for I believe 6 months until the end of the season, and will return to Sporting Moscow afterwards. He used to be a world class player at Lyon, but his best days are far behind him. Even though he still possesses the quality of a midfielder to play for Arsenal. He's made 6 appearances for Sporting Moscow and four extra appearances off the bench for Sporting Moscow. He scored only 1 goal in defensive midfield role. Now he plays in the defensive midfield role, but can also be utilized in this box-to-box midfielder role or attacking midfield role. He lacks quite a lot of pace, so he tends to play in Arteta role. He really is the same mold as Arteta, as I said in my article yesterday, with his long range of passing and fierce shot that he has. His free kicks will also give a new option for Arsenal attack going forward, and he can win matches for us, which is very good. But a negative that recently just occurred was his injury, believed to be 2 to 3 months, thanks to a back injury sustained in training today. Um, he's really chuffed coming to the club. As he says it's amazing football club Arsenal. But we're probably not even going to see the new signing for 2 months or so, which is a big bummer, and it's kind of pointless now that he was signed for the next few weeks with Flamini and Ramsey ruled out for 3 matches and 6 weeks. So moving on to the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace match, I'm going to go through the lineups and danger men. So starting off with the important one, Arsenal. So Arsenal at the in the goal will be Warshik Chesney as usual, and on the left will be Kieran Gibbs, who will come in for the really disappointing Nacho Monreal. His performance against Southampton was atrocious and woeful, and has to be replaced by the returning Gibbs, who will look to take his place again once again at left back. Next to him will be Koscielny's and Mertesacker as usual, and on the right will be Sanya. Arteta will be just in front of him, captaining the side. After there's no real option with Flamini and Aaron Ramsey, and also Jack Wilshere for the match. Ahead of him will be the difficult choice, with Oxlade-Chamberlain going to take the box-to-box midfield role. There is a possibility of Rosicky taking that role, or a role in the three attacking midfield roles, but I think that Oxlade-Chamberlain will take this place after coming off the bench against Southampton. He has to start, and I think he'll put in a great performance for us, which will give him a much needed boost of confidence. On the left would be Podolski, who'll take Cazorla's spot, even though Cazorla will move to the right. Gnabry has played very well recently, but I don't think that he'll start this match after we've just overloaded him with matches throughout the season so far. Like earlier in the season, we played 4 matches. He played 4 matches in 2 weeks for the Gunners, and recently he's played, I believe, 4 or 5 matches in a row in this same space of time. So he'll get a much needed rest, a much deserved rest. And Podolski will come in after being really frustrated in recent weeks, with Cazorla being preferred ahead of him. Well, Cazorla will be on the right hand side, as usual, and will probably be, if he is inefficient and plays badly, Rosicky could take his place. Next one will be Mesut Ozil, who is playing against Crystal Palace, and he's been enjoying a good spell of form for Arsenal, which Wenger will really like and will welcome. I think that he will be really important during this match, as he has been in the recent matches. Against Southampton, he showed his new quality almost, a new quality that us Arsenal fans haven't seen, which is his real turn of pace and acceleration, which is amazing. He dribbled past three or four players by kicking the ball 50 yards and just running after. It was amazing. And he was unlucky not to finish it. Ahead of him will be Olivier Giroud, which I presume will be he'll be ahead of the likes of Nicholas Bentler and uh, the returning Sonogo, who has returned from injury. Um, Now, the danger man for Arsenal in this lineup, I think, will have to be Mesut Ozil or Lucas Podolski, but I think Mesut Ozil because Mesut Ozil has a bigger chance of playing. Um, and he's just been really good for us recently, and he'll present the most danger for the Crystal Palace defense, and will be key to breaking them down, who will probably be playing a very defensive team. So onto the Crystal Palace team. Now you'll see here it's kind of like a diagonal team. Um, Anyway, so I'll start off in goal with Spirini, Delaney on left back, Gabadon, Marapa, and Joel Ward, taking all four spots at the back. Then on the going on to the left midfield, will be Moxie, and Moxie he's a renowned left back, so he'll be playing like the left wing back role, like we've seen so often with Wenger using Monreal in that role with Gibbs behind him, or vice versa. Um, so he'll be a very defensive winger. Next to him will be their captain and key player in this match, Jedinak. The Australian's been in static form this season, even though his team are struggling. The captain of the team and the leader of the team, and he's a force in the midfield. Possesses great tackling skills and is brilliant in the air. Ahead of him will be Bolsey. I'm not sure if I know how to pronounce it or if I'm pronouncing it right. Um, he's a box to box midfielder, and he'll be less effective and not very dangerous. He'll be also defending our team. Next to him will be another danger man, Jason Punchin, who recently just signed on a permanent deal for Crystal Palace. He possesses all the pace and dribbling techniques and shooting skills to worry Arsenal's defense, especially against Nacho Monreal or Kieran Gibbs, who uh, one of them just had a bad game and the other one's returning from injury. Um, on the ahead of him will be Shamok, who will be playing almost like a left forward role, just behind Cameron Jerome. He's been really good for Crystal Palace after joining Crystal Palace from Arsenal. We all remember him, and he'll probably get a welcomed Arsenal return to the Emirates. And we'll see what um, he'll do at the Emirates. Last time he played them, he was very ineffective and didn't really create much. But he also did get Arteta sent off. Ahead of him would be Cameron Jerome, who's also been in really good form for Crystal Palace this season. And I think those two will also possess the pairing up front are very very good for them, but they lack. Well, Shamrock lacks pace, but Cameron Jerome just lacks a little bit of confidence after just returning from injury. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you subscribe, like, rate. This is my second YouTube video ever, and also check out my blog at thefatrat.com. Thanks a lot. Bye.